Greetings, hi, TheWarOwl greets you, and welcome to another episode of Strat Talk, the show where we talk about strategy for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. This one comes from iBuyPower versus Navi from Nuke. This is game number 2 of this best of 3 series. If you have not seen that series yet, I'll pause here for a second, click on the annotation link, head on over to game number 1 and watch it. It was fun and exciting, so spoiler alert. This strategy by Navi works, so it's something we're going to be checking out, and we're also going to be checking out how to react to it from the CT side. Now, this entire series was marked by CT-sidedness. It was very difficult in both of the maps, big spoiler there, both of the maps, to actually get a point on T side. As we see here, Navi only has 1 point on T side Nuke going into the very end of this thing, but they managed to pick up 2 more, and they do the same strategy both times. Let's watch it. Let's check it out and see what goes on here. So we see the split at the very start. 4 players go outside, 1 player goes inside. iBuyPower doing a standard setup. So we got Swag, who's consistently playing Mini. We have Steel, who's playing Rafters inside, playing for Hut. AZK is playing Ramp. Skadoodle, with his AWP, should be playing outside. He plays it from Heaven this round. And Dazed also helping out here, playing the rotate position, can move outside and help them out there as well. So back to our terrorists. Check out their strategy. They're about to throw the smokes. Smokes thrown over the side here. And boom. 3 smokes. It seems a little bit overkill because you can block this off completely with 2. But notice the 3rd smoke. Let me slow this down so we can fly over there and have a look, because a lot of this happens really quickly. The 3rd smoke is a little bit out more, preventing the Mini player from moving out and really doing anything. But yeah, it's a perfect smoke off. I guess it's just to not leave any gaps, because the goal of what they're doing here seems to be lack of intelligence, or not giving the intelligence to iBuyPower that 4 players have actually run across into secret. And we see a constant barrage of flashes being thrown over the top here, just constant as these players are moving through. We see Skadoodle trying to shoot these players through that smoke with whatever intel he can. Constant barrage of flashes still coming over. I think they throw 1 more. There it is, the final flash, preventing CTs from having any intel that 4 players just ran downstairs. So, in the meantime, Sterix is somehow able to pick up a frag. Now, at this point, when you think players have moved down secret, it is appropriate to rotate players downstairs to prevent it. And usually it is the player playing at Mini or playing for Squeaky who goes down the vents and can watch this back hall either from stairs or from the vents themselves if he gets there fast enough. Also, up to the player who's playing Ramp to go downstairs as well, and the rotate player to then take position at Ramp. However, iBuyPower on this round did not rotate down here. Keep in mind, this is Navi, who have had a lot of difficulty here winning a T side. Sterix, in the meantime, is playing Lurk, running all over the map. The 4 players now move downstairs. No contention. No one on the stairs. No one in the back halls. Swag is still upstairs playing Mini. Oh no, Swag's actually dead. So Steel has to take his place. Steel has not rotated downstairs. AZK moves in from Ramp and moves behind the yellow thing. But again, in the meantime, Guardian moves all the way over here into control. We've got Seized here now inside of the vents. They have a great surround. All 4 of the players now converging downstairs, while Sterix looks for rotators upstairs. He actually picks off Daze. So Sterix kills 2 players playing a Lurk position. Now we see the smoke for the bomb plant, but they don't really need it. Seized could have just moved out and killed AZK here. And Skadoodle, the lone player left, finally makes his way down Ramp, but it's too little too late. It's 1 versus 4. There's not really much he can do at this point. Skadoodle, what do your elf eyes see? So let's actually, the only intel that they had on outside was from Skadoodle. So let's check out what his elf eyes can see here from the top. Okay, sees the smokes coming out, knows it's a smoke off, jumps up, tries to get the vantage point so that he can shoot the players as they cross. Let's see what intel he has and if he should have called a complete rotate. At this point, when the smokes go down, you might even say, okay, time to rotate down and watch downstairs. But lack of intel may have prevented Swag from rotating down there. And like, the reason you rotate down there really fast is to prevent these players at secret, just to get a player into secret. Now, there's another strategy that's done by, I believe, X Very Games, where they pretend like they're doing this, and then they move upstairs and do an A take. So that may have been a reason to keep a player inside of mini, because they throw a smoke a little bit further out and then move through that smoke into mini so that the outside player can't see him. That may have been why iBuyPower did not rotate. So let's see what Skadoodle sees here. He sees one player jumping through, tries to hit him through that smoke. He gets super flashed, falls down, and that's it. So he only had intel of one player. However, he did hear all those flashes going off, so he has to say 2 flashes a player, at minimum 3 players outside based on, I think they threw 6 flashes total. So has to know that a bunch of players were outside like that. And again, the rotate was very slow. Swag goes down to Sterix, who picks him here. It was just a little bit of a nice push there. Sterix, I guess, assuming, okay, this is the timing when Swag's going to try to rotate downstairs, peeks in at just that point. Very smart move from Navi. We now move on to round number 15, where last round of the half, Navi only has that 1 point from earlier, and then the 1 point they got from using the strategy. So check this out. They do the exact same thing, so let's see how iBuyPower reacts to it this time after already falling for it. We see 4 players doing outside. They threw the smokes already. The smokes are down. Same position. CTs are in the same position. So now is the time, when they see this happening again, Swag needs to rotate downstairs and watch this. And we already know what happens on the T side, so let's watch Swag. This was the moment where he got picked by Sterix. Sterix is inside a mini right now, trying to pick him. A smoke goes down to block him, though. Steel actually gets the pick off the Sterix, and now Swag rotates downstairs to help out, and check it out. We also have Dazed, who's rotated downstairs, so they have 1 player on the stairs, 1 player watching back here, and it's a much better setup for iBuyPower. They're not going to get completely rolled. However, Navi does eventually end up winning this round, and I believe it was just due to that engagement where Swag picks off a player and runs away, and then Dazed is not able to get the pick. So what they do manage to accomplish here is prevent the terrorists from taking downstairs. So it puts it into a 3 versus 3 cat and mouse game, players creeping all over the map, and it could have been anyone's game at that point, but they did counter their strategy. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.